Hey Jeff, thanks for joining me.
Hey Steve, thanks for having me again.
Good having you. We were talking about Lux real estate. Your neck of the woods is actually pretty well known for that. Miami. I think we're seeing pretty much every major condo project in Miami now associated around a luxury brand, whether it's a Porsche or Pagani, or Dolce Gabbana, Elle Magazine. But we are seeing this trend that seems to be growing uh, in real estate, particularly around some of the residential, some of the retail, where we're seeing luxury brands, actually buy the real estate to house a store or branding around a kind of a lifestyle brand in terms of condos or whatnot. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, you've kind of been, like I said, in one of the hottest markets for this trend that seems to be spreading.
Yeah, I mean this has been around for a long time. When I was in traditional banking, I had a client that was entrenched in cars. Let's just say it was car clubs. Everything had a portfolio of cars, and we went down to the Porsche Design Tower. Apologize. Um, and it was kind of interesting, but the concept at that time was you would drive theoretically your Porsche into the atrium, and the atrium had a car-sized elevator that would take you up to your garage that overlooked the ocean and sunny Isles. I think the idea is kind of a cool idea. I think the reality is you're talking about something that's really expensive, and there's only so many people that are going to be able to or are going to want to afford to buy something like that. And then also going to have to be able to support those condo association payments, which are going to be through the roof, literally. So
Yeah, I think we're kind of seeing like two trends here. One that's a little kind of narrow, and that's like what you're talking about here, kind of for the ultra wealthy, the
yep,
very wealthy. But that is an important trend. I mean, we've seen it in retail where the amount of retail sales in a lot of places have gone down and the sales per square foot has gone up. And
yep,
that is because of these kind of more higher end stores that are selling super expensive product and type of stuff you're not going to get delivered to you
right.
via Amazon on the web. You want to actually go and um, see how this kind of product looks and feels. And so it has been a growth area. These are, the type of resident, these types of residents are largely for people that can not only afford them, but afford multiple residences of these type, right? So it's an important part of the market. I think the more interesting broad trend here is the lifestyle one. And
Yeah,
that's the one we see kind of, across the board. Um, that even in office we're seeing that trend where people want to kind of have a lifestyle around not around where they work also being where they can shop, where they can be entertained, but we're definitely seeing that trend that goes beyond just the wealthy in terms of things being real estate being more associated with a lifestyle.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think the lifestyle side is interesting. I think to some degree could be buying in a brand that may not either be here in a couple of years or theoretically in 20 or 30 years. Not saying that somehow Porsche or Pagani or one of those is going to necessarily go away, but the idea of you know some of these like Dolce and Gabbana, some of these brands fall out of trend after a while, and theoretically you could be now living in a branded property that is no longer cool, right? So I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with these over the foreseeable future, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting point. That in some real estate's a little bit trying, like fashion. You're trying to understand which trends are going to be lasting, which ones are going to work out, which ones aren't.
Yeah,
It does add a new level to your due diligence
I
to have
guess you're
to.
you're probably not going to see a Croc branded condo association.
No, no, great points. Yeah, for sure. Lifestyle brands, it's not going away. We're going to be talking about it for a while. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Visit our website, selectfincap.com, to get on our newsletter and read interesting bits of information like this, and also to get information on new upcoming exclusive real estate investment opportunities. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.